Ladies and gentlemen, as the RPMs come up, we're green for another night of racing at Interstate Speedway. And they're going to go 3 wide right off the bat. That is going to be Mills, Fleshman, and the 88 of Berrigan for a moment. Berrigan going to bow out of that deal. It's going to be Fleshman with the advantage. Now Berrigan goes right back in the middle of 3 wide. Fleshman leads lap 1.
Backed off the 3 wide situation for the lead. That opened the door for Jimmy Cole to come on through the middle line, as Fleshman's going to get out to the early race lead here as they go into turns 3 and 4 this time. Mills trying to chase him down. He's going to cross it over, send it down to the low side. Battle for the lead shaping up. Battle for the 3rd spot as Cole rips the high side around the 141 of Map 09.
They don't call him the wild man for nothing. It's a battle for the lead back up and running. Now we take a look at the 141 of Map 09 going after Cole again, but it is Mills once again going after the 7F of Bob Fleshman. That is your battle for the lead.
Battle for the race lead is hot and heavy down the back straightaway. Fleshman able to extend the lead down the back stretch, but he's being hounded on by the 02 junior Chris Mills down the front straightaway. Fleshman holds him off another lap, sailing into turns 1 and 2, and Fleshman still your race leader.
Oh, and Mills gets up in the rumbly grumblies and almost takes down the wall. Be able to gather it back up with no contact. He is going to stay clean and green, but loses a ton of room down to Fleshman. Meanwhile, Bo 9 sitting in 3rd as everybody's kind of strung themselves out, starting to settle down to behave. Problems for the 88 of Berrigan. He pulls it in the infield. He is DUN done for the heat race. 2 laps to go. As they're going to fire back off down into 1 and 2. Mills again has caught Fleshman. He is trying to get to him. He's got half a car length advantage. As they go down, new leader Mills. As they're going to come through 3 and 4. White flag out, Chris Mills leader. Followed by Bob Fleshman, Matt 09, Jimmy Cole, and Ricky Steven, your top 5. They're going to fire it back off. Down through 3 and 4, and Chris Mills walks away with it. Problems for Fleshman. Bo 9 will take 2nd, Jimmy Cole 3rd, Ricky Steven 4th. And Fleshman will round out the top 5. So problems for Bob Fleshman in 1 and 2, and that dropped him from 2nd down to 5th.
Off at turn number 4 this time. Green flag comes out. We're racing in your Rick's Custom Modifieds. Down to the inside goes Bob Moore, racing for the lead. 4 wide back at the pack. And down the back straightaway we go. 3 cars battling for the lead. 4 cars battling for the rest. Off at turn number 4 this time. Leading lap number 1. It's going to be Jason Speed Snyder's. And here comes Abelson down to the inside.
Abelson by 54 100ths of a second nips Bob Moore at the line for 2nd, but Troy Morris III already worked his way up to 5th and going to work on the Mapleton Farm Boy Jim Tees for 4th. Of course, Troy Morris III been dominating everything out on the West Coast, taking a run at the Midwest right now, possibly getting ready for the Salute to Veterans Tour and, of course, the Super Nationals coming up a little bit later on in the year.
Deep in the field as Snyder's is your race leader. Battle for the 3rd place spot shaping up as Moore is down to the low side of the Mapleton Farmer. Jim T's ripping the lip on the high side. He's going to get the momentum. He's going to try to drive away in that 3rd spot. He'll do so as they go into turns 3 and 4. Bob Moore going to mount a charge back to the inside this time by, though. Battle for 3rd still raging on.
Absolutely, as Teese still got the bit of an advantage. He's up on almost all the way up to the high scary side, about a half a lane down from it. Meanwhile, Bob Moore in 1 and 2 is on the low side. Follows Teese through 3 and 4 up on the high side. Battle still raging, but Jason Speed Snyder's 1.2 seconds ahead of Sioux City Excitement, Chris Abelson.
Schneider's all out on his own. Battle for the 2nd spot starting to shape up as Teese now caught the back bumper, the 1X of Abelson. We're going to have a battle for this 2nd place spot here in just a moment. Down the back straightaway they go. Here goes Abelson to the high side. Teese is still trying to chase him down. White flag is going to come out, though. We have 1 lap to go.
1 lap to go, and unless something wonky happens, the winner is decided. 2nd, that is the position that's still wide open as Abelson now to the outside trying to get it back from Teese as they come out turn number 4. Jason Speed Snyders wins. It's going to be at the line. 87 one-thousandths of a second the difference. Chris Abelson takes second from Jim Teese. Bob Moore in fourth, and Troy Morris the third. TM3 rounds out the top 5. Ollie Geiger in the 7G will be inside of row number 3, and rounding out the field, the 53 of Graham Hamilton. I love the look of Cameron Bussinger's car. Looks identical to the Big Cat Brad Sweets number 49 Napa Fuel Me 410 sprint car. We're going to go green, and it's going to be Witkowski off to the early advantage down into turn number 1. Not sure who's sitting in second, as you really can't read the number on the side wing there. Light blue on silver does not work. That is going to be the 2 of Clint Nelson, followed by Graham Hamilton, Cameron Bussinger, and Ollie Geiger, your top 5.
So a nice battle for that third place spot raging on as Hamilton holding off. Bussinger for the moment off of turn number 4 this time. Bussinger going to rip around the high side and try to chase down the 2X of Clint Nelson.
Absolutely, and he's looking for more as Nelson, he is all over the tail tank of the 2X. This time he's going to try and slide around the high side again, and guess what? Click, click, boom, got him. Move Bussinger up into that second place spot. Now he's got 1.3 seconds to make up and only 2 more laps to do it in to try and catch up and pass. Hunter Hansen, your leader.
Hunter Hansen well out in the front of this one, though, as he's going to sail through turns 1 and 2. Nelson going to mount a charge back down to the inside, and he's going to have to tuck tail, fall back behind the 3 of Bussinger. Bussinger going to lead us in the second place spot. To the white flag we go. Your leader in turns 1 and 2, that's a 9A of Hunter Hansen.
As they're going to fire it off down the back stretch one more time into 3 and 4, Hunter Hansen is going to take the heat number 1 victory. It's going to be the little cat, Cameron Bussinger in second, Clint Nelson third, Graham Hamilton fourth, and Ollie Geiger will round out your top 5. So through 3 and 4, final heat race of the night is green. And it's going to be Jackson Counkel off to the early advantage. He leads him down into 1 and 2. As they're going to come through 3 and 4, trying to see who it is. That's going to be no number on the wing, but that is Jake Galusha in second. He slides across the groove and puts it up on the high scary side as he is coming with a side of fries, trying to catch up to Jackson Counkel, your current leader.
Counkel, your race leader, and here comes Galusha up on the high side. He's going to try to run that momentum line down the back straightaway through 3 and 4 this time. Counkel, your race leader, leading us off of turn number 4, but here comes Galusha to the high side. What does he have for him as they sail it into turns 1 and 2? Looks like he might be trying to get the run, but he's not quite there yet. He's going to fall back a little bit into turns 3 and 4. It's still Counkel, your race leader, followed by Galusha in the second spot.
Dominic White, Kyler Burse, and Titan Roberts round out your field. 2 laps to go as they come powering out of there. Galusha trying that high, scary sideline, but it is not working as Counkel has found something on the low side that 38 car absolutely loves. White flag, 1 more lap to go.
1 lap to go for Counkel, your race leader, down the low side. Galusha trying to find anything he can. Slow car lap down now in turns 3 and 4, but the checkered flag going to fly. That is the 38 of Counkel, your winner, followed by Galusha. At the line for third, it was White and Bierce, your top 4.
Titan Roberts, Cole Rutten will round out the field. Get up and
Into turns 3 and 4. Who's going to be crowned the king tonight? We go to the green flag and the Rick's Customs IMCA Modifieds.
We're sending 15 for 20, 15 cars, 20 laps. Green is out, and it is going to be Fleshman and Bob Moore. Bob Moore on the low side. He is going to take that early advantage. Here comes Abelson and Teese. They're now going to work on the 7F of Fleshman. It's 3 wide coming out of 4, but it's going to be Teese. Teese taking the initial lead on lap number 1.
Teese your race later after lap number 1. Down the back straightaway. Abelson down to the low side of Bob Moore. Bob Moore's got company with Abelson down to his low side still. Through 4. Now knocking on the back door. One more. Abelson's coming to the front. Hard and heavy.
As it's still going to be Jim Teese, the Mapleton Farm Boy, sitting in first. It's a pair of Razor chassis up front as it's Teese on the low side along the tires. It's Abelson on the high, scary side. Abelson, new leader.
Abelson, your race leader that time by. He's up on the high side, keeping it lipping around the top side. Mapleton Farmers down low, trying to harvest his way up, back up to the front. He goes down to the bottom once again through 3 and 4. At the line this time, still Abelson, your leader.
As they fired off down into 1 and 2 once again, Abelson still able to sidestep Jim Teese. The 1X Razor chassis working high on the high side. It's going to be, we got one in turn number 2. Turn 2, who is it going to be? That's a wild man, Jimmy Cole around, and caution will be out. It's Dalton Majors, Chris Mills. As we're going to go green this time by. RPMs come up, we're back to green, and it's going to be Abelson leading back down into turn 1 and 2. As they're going to go through 1 and 2. Oh, Bob Moore gets stepping way up top. He gets passed by the 02 Junior of Mills, and he's going to try to go back to the inside, 3 wide. As it's going to be the 23 of Teese, 48 or more, the 02 Junior of Mills. Abelson leads another lap.
Abelson going to walk away with this one for the time being, but he's going to be hounded on by Mills here in just a bit, as we were almost 3 wide off of turn number 2. Now it's going to be a 2 wide situation for that 3-car battle. 2 wide, and now it's going to be Majors off in a 3rd place spot. 3 wide for 5th, and contact down the front straightaway.
Oh, Bob Moore went from the high, scary side going into 1 and drove straight down in front of everybody down to the low side. As it's going to be by a bumper, the 1X of Abelson leading another lap, and they're almost trying to go 4 wide in the back of the pack for not last.
As we take a look through the field, we got the cameras up on the front as the battle for the race lead is heating up between a pair of Chris's. Chris Mills going to try and find his way back up to the back bumper of Abelson. Mid-pack action is going hot and heavy as well, as now Troy Morris has gotten around Jim Teese for that 4th place spot, and he will try to make his way up towards the front as well.
TM3 started 10th, now worked his way up to 3rd around Jim Teese. Bob Moore now being hounded by Dylan Ricks. Remember, Ricks started 15th, now up to 6th. And in a cluster battle with him, the 141 of 09, the 25 of Steven, and the 77 of RJ Merchant having a good run as well. It is still all the one.
Yellow out, turn 2. Turn 2, Justin Volts. Up on the high side of turn number 2, went around and will bring out the yellow flag.
By the way, Jinx, you owe me a Coke.
Sure.
Eighth right now. Only run one other race this year, so Merchant still proving that he has got the chops to run in that plain maroon white car.
As they come up for turn number 4 this time, the hammers go down. We go 3 wide for that 2nd spot as Teese dives it down low, trying to get the advantage on Majors, but now it's still almost a 4-car situation down the back straightaways. Here comes TM3 diving down low, going to try and cross it over. He's got the 3rd spot ahead of Teese as the top 3 are going to shake it out, and it's going to be a 4-car battle for 4th.
Dylan Ricks has his nose buried deep underneath the bottom side. Oh, and Mills into the wall, and TM3 got a little piece of it. Dylan Ricks had his nose buried deep under the 23 of Teese. As they come down, though, it is still going to be Troy Morris the third, sitting in second. Now the question is, can he set sail as he's up on the high scary side to go after the 1X of Abelson? Meanwhile, the 02 Junior of Mills, problems on the 02 Junior.
Mills is going to have to pull it into the infield. He'll do so. We stay to the green flag. Now the second place is being held on by Troy Morris the third. He's going to try and chase down Chris Abelson. Battle for the third spot, still hot and heavy. As look through the middle, there goes Dylan Ricks, sliding up to the high side, wipe the nose of Bob Moore. He hits the high side. He's going to try and build the momentum. He's going to secure the third spot, chase down Troy Morris.
Troy Morris third at a slight disadvantage as the sail panel on the right side of the car is pulled away from the roof and almost flattened out. That is definitely affecting the aerodynamics on the 07X, but he is still hammered down to the wind as he is trying desperately to go to the whip and try to pick off any amount of ground he can on Sioux City Excitement, Chris Abelson.
First battle back is still between Ricks and Tees through turns 3 and 4. Deeper in the field, slide job, the crossover action just behind him as Ricky Steffen slid up ahead of Matt Bonine. Bonine crossed it back down. Bonine on a charge. Here he comes, pass it by Bob Moore. Bob Moore able to get back on the gas as we look up front momentarily, get back with the race leader. Now we're going to look at Bob Moore trying to hold off Matt Bonine in the 141.
Ladies and gentlemen, the eye test says it all. TM3 is coming, and caution. Oh, Ricky the Racer Steffen, broken, I believe, upper control arm as that right front is cambered way too far in on the top. But Troy Morris III was coming. He was eating up on time. Unfortunately, live timing and scoring not functional as of right now, so I can't tell you intervals, but just the eye test itself was telling you everything you needed to know. And right now, he is going to be right on the back bumper of the 1X of Abelson. He has moved up 12 spots. If we had a hard charger, that would be it right there. I'm just telling you. I mean, it's what a run the kid has had. Abelson tries to bottleneck him up, and Morris is going to get mugged on the start, but Ricks anticipated it. He powers himself into second. He's underneath Abelson. Abelson able to get right back by as he gets bite coming off the top side. Now Troy Morris the third able to get some run as he is right there in on the Abelson line. He's not quite going to take second back, but him and Ricks are side by side.
2 laps to go. Abelson has to hold off 2 hard charging young guns as they come down the back straightaway. Morris going to hit up the high side. TM3 goes high. Ricks down low. Coming to the white flag this time. Abelson is going to try and hold him off one more lap.
As Santa Claus takes it through 1 and 2 one last time. Morris the third's on him. Morris the third going to the low side. Slider! No, not going to happen. Abelson picks up the win. Troy Morris the third second. Third to Dylan Ricks. Fourth to Bob Moore. And I believe it was Jim Teese rounding out the top 5. Oh, Troy Morris the third on that last lap. He threw everything, including the kitchen sink and the Moen faucet at Abelson. Just could not get his ticket bought for Slide Job City. Wow. If you can see him, he's getting ready to climb out. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner of your Friesen Performance Modifieds, brought to you by Rick's Customs, it's Chris Abelson.
All right, Chris, we'll have a chat with you. Face the camera here. That sun's kind of a little brutal out there. Do you have to fight it out there?
No, not too bad. It wasn't too bad on the track anyway.
Well, you had a couple young guns trying to fight you for the race lead. Morris was able to come up and close in on you. What do you have to do to secure this race win?
Just try to stay smooth up around the top there and not get into the wall and not make your own mistakes. So that was about it.
Well, back in victory lane here at the Interstate Speedway once again. Who do you got to thank to put her in victory lane?
Just everybody, Jervis Motorsports, AFCO Racing, Razor Chassis, Black Widow, just everyone that helps. I couldn't do it without all of them.
All right, well, let's celebrate victory lane once again. Chris Abelson, your Rick's Customs IMCA Modifieds feature winner.
Interstate Speedway, get up, get on your feet, and show these drivers some love at your 600 winged micro parade and wave. Ladies and gentlemen, as they come out of turn 3 and 4, the 600 wing micros are rolling.
Through turns 1 and 2 they go, and out to the early race lead. That is going to be the 53 of Graham Hamilton. And as they come off of turn number 4, this time he'll secure lap number 1. It's going to be 3 cars battling it out, and the 53 of Hamilton is actually, sorry, he's in the second spot. Your leader is the 38 of Kunkel, as now it's going to be 4 cars dancing it out for the third spot. Leading that charge is the 11. That is the 11D of Dominic White, out ahead of 3 cars going 3 wide.
But here comes the 2X of Clint Nelson, trying to go around both the 53 and the 11D. Now they're going to try and go push it 3 wide. Not quite able to get it done. But as they go down the back stretch into 3 and 4, Clint Nelson, he's trying to make some hay and make some money moves.
Making some moves he is, as now he's in the middle of a situation. Down the back straightaway we are going to go. Our leader is just ahead of second in the battle for third. 4 cars are going to close in on each other. Trouble for Clint Nelson as he gets into the back of the 11 of Dominic White and goes around. Another car goes around as well to avoid contact, and we're going to have to go to the yellow.
As the RPMs come up, we're going to drop the green. We're back to racing. As we're going to fire it off back down into 1 and 2 once again. It is still going to be Jackson Kunkel. That is your leader. Here comes Galusha. Galusha trying to catch up to Dominic White and get around him, as he is the only one running that high, scary side. He is going to get White. He is trying to go for the 2 for 1 as he drives it down the hill. They're 3 wide for the lead. It's going to be Galusha, your new leader, but not yet. Kunkel still battling back on the inside. Oh, Galusha by 1/10 of a second with the lead.
And then back to the front down the back straightaway goes Kunkel, now driving away in the lead. He got it back that time by, secures the race lead that time around.
So it is, once again, the 38 of Kunkel, as Galusha had the lead for about a heartbeat. Now it is the 11D of Dominic White. If you look on the rear end of White's car, you can see his brake rotor glowing cherry red, especially when it goes down into turn number 1. A lot of brake being used to get these cars set in here.
As now your race leader is still Kunkel down the back straightaway. White was able to get ahead of Jake Galusha that time by. Galusha's going to rip it to the high side, try to build the momentum and fly around the high side, and he will take the second spot back that time by.
Dancing with the partner that brought him. That's how he got the lead for about a half a heartbeat. But definitely Galusha better in 3 and 4, not nearly as good in 1 and 2. That is allowing White to get right back by him and allowing the 38 of Jackson Kunkel to continue on as your leader. Here comes Galusha trying it one more time. He's going to get second. Can he get by the 38 for the lead?
Through turns 3 and 4, battle for the race lead still on. Now he's between 3 cars still. Lap traffic just ahead. Galusha has to dive off of his line, and that may have helped him as they were going to go side by side down the back straightaway into turns 3 and 4, back up to the high side, ripping the lip. Rocket ship engaged, and he will take the lead into turn number 1.
Jake Galusha, new leader, and that opens the door for the 11D of White. Dominic White trying to get that second place spot. Kunkel able to get it right back for just a moment as he is trying to keep the door closed. White flag is out, 1 lap to go. It is Jake Galusha, heartbreaker at Eagle Raceway last night. Redemption in the Race Saver class. Redemption tonight. In the 600 micros, it's Jake Galusha, followed by Kunkel, White, the 3 of Bussinger, and trying to see who that is in the back. That is your finishing order. So once again, a redemption story. Car breaks and he lost the Race Saver feature last night at Eagle Raceway. Brings the 600 micro up here to Interstate Speedway and picks up the victory. It is Jake Galusha. And he is going right up to the top. Oh, no, maybe not a wing dance.
Now he's got the helmet off, ready to chat in Victory Lane. Jake, welcome to Interstate Speedway in Victory Lane.
Yeah, thanks very much. Awesome place you have here. I know we tried to make it a little exciting for everybody, tried to move around maybe just a little bit more in the bottom. So
Had a little trouble last night in the big cars, and then you come out and do a little redemption run here at the Interstate Speedway. Talk us through this feature.
yeah, it's just a good buddy of mine, Chris, called me this week and asked me what I had going on Sunday. My daughter usually runs the cage cart on Sunday, so didn't have anything going on. So about 1 o'clock today, I called him. I said, let's go racing. So.
All right, so got any sponsors that you know of to thank here on the car that brought you to Victory Lane?
Yeah, this is my first time in the car, so can I look? So we'd like to thank Leicester Ranch, LLC, Kiner Contracting, Geiger Built Homes, Brenning Painting, and most of all the car owner, Chris Volkman. So thanks, guys, for having us.
All right, we'll let you celebrate here at Victory Lane. Jake Galusha getting in the front and walking away with this one. I'm going to walk on over here for a chance, chat with our restricted winner. So, Kyler, you got up to the front, walk us on your class, 3 of you out here, and you were able to outlast everybody and make your way in the front of your class.
Yeah, I had to hold the bottom, make sure the second place guy behind me didn't pass me. Yeah, I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Professional Concrete, B&B Contracting, Siouxland Glass, PMP Chassis, and CP and Heartland, and IMCA.
Well, you did a good job out there making your way to the front of your class. What was it like racing with the faster cars?
It was a little hard. I was kind of catching them.
Well, that's a good sign. Maybe you'll be able to move up here in just a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, we'll let you celebrate here at Victory Lane. Kyler Bierce, your feature winner in the restricted 600s.